How's it going, guys? Welcome into the channel and welcome for an MX5 race at Snetterton. Now, I'd only done a few races on Snetterton before. I think this was like my third race, but this was during week 13 on iRacing. They were running half-hourly races, so we were able to get some quick 10-minute quick-fire races. Honestly, I had a lot of fun. And as we can see, coming up to turn 1, just avoiding contact with the car in front. Somebody did give us a little clip from behind. I got a 2x as they slid off. And we managed to maintain. I think we're still in P8 at this point. As we head onto the straight for the first time. So Snetterton is now one of the free tracks on iRacing. This is the first time this is the first day that I'd ever driven Snetterton, and had a lot of fun with it. I think it races really well in the Mazdas. As we're entering the bomb hole for the first time. Such a unique set of corners here. This right-hander goes on for so long, and I was finding out I was able to eke a bit of extra time on other people by just slowing down a little bit earlier and just trying to get the best turn in possible, even hanging it in second gear. Most people would drop down to first, but being able to hang it in second gear, you can get a pretty good run onto the back straight. Yeah, I really hope this track comes up in a lot of other series too. I think this would be a great track in the GT4s and also the touring cars, which I like racing in too. For anyone watching the video that wants to see more of this racing as well, I do stream on Twitch on GT Jezzy every Sunday. And what I'm going to do for this YouTube channel is most likely take the highlight races from those streams and turn them into videos. This stream, this race that we're watching now wasn't on stream. I was just racing one evening the other night. But I don't get a whole lot of time to do racing throughout the week, so I usually just do the sim racing streams on Sundays. So I think I'll make videos from my favourite races throughout those streams. And we're finally making a bit of progress here on Adrian. Got a nice run here. Coming past the pits. Going to take the inside line. And it should be an easy move. As we can see, Adrian there backs off. Decides to use my pace to try and catch up to the pack of cars overhead. Going a little bit wide into turn 1, but I still made it stick. What's really important here with this, these two corners, the right left, is to get it really tucked in so you can get a nice run. Trying not to clip the grass there on the left side to get the best run possible down the straight, because you don't want to lose out. There's a lot of time to be lost on these two long straights on Snetterton. I think one thing I like about this track is turn 4 there, the left-hander, before it kicks into turn 5. You really have to balance the car on the edge under braking. It's very easy to get it wrong. There's a lot of time to be had in those two corners. But yeah, it teaches you a lot on how to balance the car. I feel like a lot of people probably don't like that corner as much, but for those reasons, I do like it. I like to learn. I like to become faster because of it.
You've got the fastest lap.
And there we go, getting the fastest lap of the race at 121.1. I can't remember if I go any faster in this race, but I was quite happy with that lap time, because just a few races prior to this I was struggling to get out of struggling to get sub 122 So very happy with getting a 121.1 there. As we head down the first straight, getting a nice tow between Herbert and Omar here. Deciding to not take any risks, stay behind these guys, try and get as good of a run I can, and here we go. Diving down the inside of Herbert, through the bomb hole. Herbert plays it smart, backs off, doesn't go side by side through there because that is not a place you want to be caught on the outside. And around the long turn 7 we go. These week 13 races were really fun, and it's great for your iRating if you're able to finish it within the top 10 in these top splits. But pretty bad for safety rating. I think I went from 3.2, 3.3 in A license down to, as you can see, 2.1, just because the races are so short that the smallest incident, a 2x, that 2x at the start of the race, that'll give me net negative on my safety rating. But fantastic for iRating because the races are in such quick succession. I actually think iRacing probably should implement a system where you gain and lose less ratings for these shorter races. We go getting a really nice run at Omar here, decided to go on the inside around turn 7, kind of giving a bit of a fake, seeing if we can force a mistake from Omar here, but he's kept it under control. Not getting the best run possible here, but we're close enough to have a nice tow down the pit straight. Let's see if we can gain on Omar and overtake him this lap. Only an 8-lap race this one, currently on lap 5. Just taking over to lap 6 there, so 3 laps of this race left. Making some nice progress. At this point in the race, I'm probably thinking to myself, my main target here is with Omar and keeping the other guys behind me, and then maybe pick up any freebies if they arise from any last lap shenanigans up ahead of us. Here we go, getting a good turn on Omar here. Thinking about the move, jump into the inside line. Omar is probably just about picking up the smallest toe from the cars ahead, so not gaining as much as I'd like to. Keeping it stuck around the inside here. Omar keeps it stuck around the outside too. Nice clean racing. And very much respectable defending there from Omar. I think most of the time on this track is made through the turns 4-5 complex and the exit of 7 into 8 there, the final corner before the start finish line. I think they're the most prominent places to make time on this track because everywhere else is near enough next to very fast corners, aren't as technical. But you can see through turn 1 there, we are 3 tenths up on our fastest lap going through turn 1 there, so we still have a lot of time to be made in this lap time. Unfortunately, copping an off track there, just going a little bit wide onto the grass. Not getting as good of a run on Omar this time around, 4 tenths back. Just following the queue ahead, staying in the tow. Battling up ahead, Omar goes side by side with Adrian, thinking about the move. He decides to back out. We get a lovely run here on Omar, decide to go to the inside. Omar covers us off, so we decide to go round the outside, pushing, trying to use as much of the speed as I can that I got from the run, sticking it round the outside, lay on the brakes, tucking it in first gear, and we managed to get the move made.
Mío, entras o entras, no, joder, tío. Hermano. Batane. No haces,
You're in
no haces honor a tu apellido.
And as we can hear there, Omar not very happy with the move I made there. It was a pretty audacious place to be making a move, but I did get a very nice run on Omar. Omar did decide to go defensive going into turn 7, so I kind of went equally aggressive around the outside, and I feel like I made the move stick nicely. I feel like I was as clean as I possibly could have been, but we'll look after the race and judge from exterior footage, as is always best, before shouting down the microphone. But I don't know. I think Omar was speaking Spanish there. If anyone is able to translate, knows a bit of Spanish, could translate that for me. Find out what he said. I'm sure there weren't very many pleasantries. Well, who knows? Maybe it was all compliments, but I don't think so. Adrian and Juan are up ahead, battling throughout this last lap, but we cannot gain as much progress as we would have liked to. They didn't go side by side, so we weren't able to capitalise on any battles, but that is us crossing the line in a very respectable P5 at the end there. So I'm very happy with the result there. I beat my target. I managed to overtake Omar, get past, kept the cars behind, set some very nice laps. I think we did end up with the fastest lap of the race as well. So yeah. Now, coming back to look at the exterior footage of that move on Omar, we can see the cars ahead battling. Omar goes for the outside line, decides to back out of it, giving us a fantastic run through the bomber here, deciding to go to the inside, but we can see Omar comes across the inside, decides to cut us off. So we go round the outside, trying to make as much grip as we can. We've just got out front wheel alongside the arch there, and we have made it stick through the inside. It was a very tight move to make. I do think Omar was definitely trying to cut me off, because as you can see from the cars in front, the ideal line is to stick on the right side there, going through, coming into the exit and coming into the entry of the final corner. He does decide to come across to the left to try and cover me off, but I was already there. So I think, from my perspective, I did things clean there. I don't think I would have done anything differently if I had a second chance. And I don't think Omar should have been too angry at my move there. I think it was fairly respectable. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the move there on Omar. And as we can see there from the turn 1 incident, I did think I was maybe on the brakes a little bit early and it caused contact, but as we can see, number 9 car came flying in, making contact with car number 3, and it actually wasn't our fault going into turn 1 there as well. This is why I always love to look at the replays before judging. I think that's my number 1 advice for anyone that does any kind of sim racing, is to check replays afterwards before making any accusations, before letting things fly in the text chat or over the mic, because you just never know how it was from everybody else's perspective. Okay, now on to the results. We can see it was the top split, average strength of field 3164. We did gain iRating 61, putting us into 3000 iRating for the very first time for myself in iRacing. So super happy with that. We did lose a little bit of iRating. We did lose a little bit of safety rating due to the 2x at the start of the race getting clipped, and had a couple off tracks as well, which then gave me 4 incident points, but also losing another chip of safety rating due to these half-hourly races, these short 10-minute races. Super easy to lose safety rating, but an absolute ton of fun. If you enjoyed the content, please consider giving a like, dropping a sub, and sticking around for some more races in the coming weeks. Or if you want to catch live races, head over to twitch.tv/GTJezzy for Sunday streams. Have a good one, guys. Be safe, be nice. I'll see you out on track.